YouNow. Come and ask me questions, and I will try to answer as many as I can. Right, questions. It's not what we want. I know, is that link going to work? Because have I just fudged that? I have. I absolutely just fudged that. And my laptop doesn't like me. It's driving me crazy. Delete. 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 Why is this so slow? Why is this so slow? There we go. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. Okay. Right. We're back. We are back. Oh, how are we doing? I think I might take my hair out because it's driving me mad. It's not going to look good, though. I have a cup of tea. I have a pint of water. I'm in a good place right now. And I just ate half an Easter egg. And I did eat the other half earlier today. So technically, I've eaten a whole Easter egg. I am happy. There's definitely another pin in there somewhere. Right, I think I've got them all. Oh, a big waft of shampoo smell just came out of my hair. That was nice. Can still smell Daddy-O in my hair, which is Lush's shampoo that I use. So guys, I went to Primark today and I bought myself some new stuff for my holiday. I'm going to Disney World on Monday, for those of you that don't know. And I bought the best makeup bag you have ever seen. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? I mean, this is like an exclusive because I have filmed a Primark haul. I've tried a Primark. What am I saying? What my words, Fletcher? I have filmed a Primark haul that will go up Sunday, I reckon, the day before I fly to Disney. Are you ready for this makeup bag that I bought? I'm going to Disney World. Are you ready? Tell me that you are ready in the chat. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Okay, you ready? Are you ready? Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. And then you open it up, little Velcro bit here. Double-sided makeup bag. Yeah. Yeah. Look, isn't that amazing? And I've got so much stuff in there. So much stuff in there. I'm absolutely thrilled. Thrilled, thrilled, thrilled. Isn't that great? And Minnie Mouse's little signature down there. I mean, that was £6, I want to say. I have said in the video. I can't remember. I think it was £6. £6, I think. Right. Thrilled with that purchase. I bought a bunch of stuff today. I even bought 2 little matching outfits for my nephews, who are also coming to Disney. Purple Wolf, I packed up all of the Christmasaurus posters, Addams Family posters, and my posters yesterday, and I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow. I'm sorry that it's taken me so long, but things have just been so busy, and I've just not had the time to sit down and write out everyone's addresses on little post-it notes, stick them on the front of the tubes, roll up the things with a little elastic band. Yeah, I've not had time to do it. But they're being posted out tomorrow or Friday, which hopefully means they shall be with you. I mean, if you live in the UK, it hopefully means they'll be with you sometime in the next week or so. How many letters have I got left? Hundreds. They're all in a box down here next to me. Hundreds. I'm sorry. I'm just, again, I haven't got a lot of time. I feel like a failure. Oliver hasn't been to Disney, and I am making it my mission to get him there. Oh God. You sent me a parcel in October. What was in the parcel? I will be able to tell you if I got it or not. Where did you send it to? My PO box? Theatre? How is my hair so amazingly curly? Genes. Genetics. It's getting really long now as well. I mean, I did cut it off like 2 years ago, so... But, yeah, it's getting to the point now where I can't say I have short hair anymore. I don't have short hair. I have mid-length to long hair. I know the albums haven't come yet. We're chasing it up with Royal Mail. They've all been shipped out. They are all in the hands of Royal Mail. So we're chasing it up. Mark McBride, who works for Club 11, has been replying to emails all day about people asking where their albums are. We are also chasing it. Well, Club 11 are also chasing it up. So hopefully they should be with you soon. I'm hoping it's still just delayed Easter post. But it is on Spotify now. Spotify finally came through. Basically, when you upload something to Spotify, it has to go through like a process to, I don't know, approve it. I don't really know. It goes through a process, and they're like, it should be up within 5 to 10 working days or something like that. And it went up today. There isn't a reason that I didn't wear my glasses on my album cover. I just didn't wear my glasses on my album cover. Are some of the letters you have to read left from book signings? Have left to read from book signings? Probably, yes. There's no particular order in that box. They all just go into that box. But the majority of them, my mum and dad helped me a little while back where they were opening up letters but not reading them just to check if they had a stamped and addressed envelope in. So then I had a pile of ones that I needed to reply to and a pile of ones that I needed to read. I read all of the ones in the pile that didn't have a stamped and addressed envelope, because I can only really reply if there is a stamped and addressed envelope in. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to afford to buy stamps and envelopes for everyone who has written me letters, because I've literally had thousands of letters over the years. Yeah, if there wasn't a stamped and addressed envelope in it, then I have read it, but I had no way of replying. How many tattoos do I have? I have 6 tattoos. 6 relatively small ones. Relatively. No, I think I'm done with tattoos for a long while now, she says. The plan is to not get any tattoos for a long while. But one day, who knows when, I want to get tattoos across here. Just across sort of my collarbones, like matching ones. I want to get like sunflowers or something floral across here. Yeah. I have 2 tattoos on each foot, and then a tattoo here and a tattoo here. So I'm sort of very equal. They're all in sort of the same places along my body. I like being symmetrical. I'd feel weird if I had like a big tattoo on one side and no tattoo on the other. I don't regret any, but I think I will change this one. I'll sort of get it added to and get it changed slightly, that's my my bird. I don't know how well you can see it. I've got a bird there. So yeah, the writing was like very, very small, and it's already starting to sort of fade and warp a little bit. So I'm gonna get that rejigged sometime in the future. Yeah, it's painful. That one was probably the most painful. That was the one where I almost had to tell him to stop. And sometimes when they're on your feet, if they go over tendons or nerves, like your feet involuntarily move. And I got one of them done in Singapore, and it was on sort of like the little dip in my ankle. And my foot just kept like involuntarily moving, and he kept being like, stop moving. And I was like, I can't help it. You're going over like a tendon. I think, I'm trying to remember. Most of mine are very, very small, but usually tattoo artists have like a minimum cost, so they can't charge you any less than like the tattooist that I went to for 3 of my tattoos. Even though my tattoos were really small, he couldn't charge me any less than their minimum amount, which was like £40. So my arrow was 40, my Morse code was 40, my I think my planets were 80. I think my poison bottle was also 80. I think. And my I think this one was 60. My bird was 60, and my origami crane was 60 as well, I think. The Morse code says hope. I am limited where I can get tattoos because I'm an actress. So obviously if I get very big tattoos in obvious places, it could affect my casting. It could affect my castability. So I can't really go wild. All of mine are really hidden, to the point where my agent didn't know that I had so many, but he really liked them. He really liked the ones on my feet. I was barefoot the other day when I was rehearsing for my concert. I was barefoot and in a bathrobe when I was rehearsing for my concert before the first show. And he was like, have you got tattoos on your feet? And I was like, yeah. But he liked them, so it's fine. Yes, I will be attending the Olivier Awards. Not only will I be attending the Olivier Awards, I will be hosting the live reactions of the winners backstage. So when the winners come off stage, I will be there being like, how does it feel to win? Is there anyone that you forgot to thank? Blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. The Olivier's are this Sunday. And then on Monday, I fly to Disney World! Oh my god, I'm so excited about it. So excited. I'm so excited. Someone said, I can't wait for the day you get an Oliver. I think you meant Olivier, because I already have an Oliver. They're not all they're cracked up to be. Do I feel grown up? In what was that? Was that like in answer to something, or is that just a general question? I have a message from a number that I do not recognise. Who is that? Oh, I see. It is Dan Buckley. Oh. I'll read that in a bit. I mean, you were still young, but still an adult. Is it hard feeling like you're an actual adult? Oh, yeah, I don't feel like I'm an adult at all. I feel like I'm just pretending. But I think that's the case no matter how old you get. No matter how old you get, I feel like you still think you're a child, or you still think you're a teenager. No one really knows what they're doing, ever. I don't think I've ever met an adult who genuinely feels like an adult. Do I think I have a casting type? I keep being cast as like 17, 18-year-olds, so that apparently, but that can only last so long. I always die as well, or I'm undead. Thank you very much, Rebecca Jane E. I don't die in Addams Family, but I was essentially undead in Addams Family. I liked death in Addams Family. No, and truly didn't die. But Beth died, Eponine died. Wednesday liked death, like I said. Getting lots of texts today. I need to get a new phone because this one's a piece of crap. This one is just dying on me. I keep saying if I was in a crisis, I'd die before my phone unlocked because it just doesn't want to unlock, or it doesn't want to move fast at all. I think it's an iPhone 6. I can't actually remember, and it doesn't weirdly. Usually it says like at the bottom, but mine just says iPhone. I think it's a 6. I want an iPhone because that's a loud motorbike. I want an iPhone because all of my stuff is Apple, and I need it all to connect. Really. Yeah. Do you think you could redo any of your past character tracks tomorrow with no rehearsal if you were asked to? I reckon I could do Wednesday. I reckon Wednesday would be fine because I think the lines are still fresh in my head. Eponine I could do, no worries. No, because there are no lines, it's all songs, and I know those songs backwards. Truly, I think I'd have issues with. I can't remember those lines. Wednesday, I think, is recent enough that I think it'd come back to me. But I don't have faith that I'd remember what Truly does. My Walt Disney World phone case broke. I kept playing with it. It's my own fault. I kept playing with it and it snapped and broke. But it's fine because I go to Disney World on Monday and I can get myself a new one. Lots of people keep asking me to guest people on here or to go live on Instagram and like go live with people. I am not good at talking to people. Or no, I'm good at talking to people. I'm not comfortable talking to people I don't know. I can't even pick up the phone to like my own brother. So, like, even when I call Oliver or Scott, I'm like, hi, here's what I have to say, and I'm going to put the phone down now because bye. So yeah, that's with people that I know and love and cherish and spend lots of time with. So I don't think I am confident enough to guest people that I don't know. Sorry. Do I recommend Lush? Yes, I do. I went to Lush today. I literally didn't need to. I was just walking past the big one in Oxford Street and I was like, I could just go in and have a look around. And then I come out having spent 40 quid later. I got myself a Karma bubble bar, which I'm going to use tomorrow. I got myself some American Cream conditioner because I ran out of Lush conditioner and I need some for my holiday. I got myself some R&B because I also ran out of that. And what else did I get? I got something else. I got one other thing. Oh, I got a Cherryish body scrub, which is coming on holiday with me. Oh my god, I love it. So the Cherryish body scrubs, they're amazing. They are so good. Karma bubble bars and Cherryish body scrubs have become like my favourite things ever. I just love it. I've become obsessive. I've been obsessive for a very long time. I have tried the solid shampoos and conditioners. Solid shampoos I like. I'm not a fan of the solid conditioners. I just don't get them. My mug says, this is the Happy Panda. And on this side it says, touch his magic tummy for everlasting happiness and love. So there we go. When will you see Ebtaj? I don't know what that is. What's that? Oh, everybody's talking about Jamie. Surely that would be ETAG, because everybody's one word, right? My lipstick is this. My lipstick is, it's not cruelty free though, that's the only issue. It is from Rimmel and it's Stay Matte Liquid Lip Colour. I got told that I needed to have a dark lipstick for Act 2 and so I panic bought that one. I have seen Love Simon. I wrote a blog about Love Simon. It is so good. Speaking of blogs, you should go over to carriehopefletcher.com because I'm doing a blog every day, although I haven't done today's one, but I will get it up before midnight like I did yesterday. I'm doing a blog every day in April for the Blurt Foundation's self-care-a-thon. So you should definitely all go and check that out. Please. I'd really appreciate it. So hang on, let me look at my stats for a second because I essentially need to thank you guys. So, when did I start my blog is the question that I need answering. When did I start my blog? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? I started my blog less than a month ago and it's already had almost 100,000 views. It's had 94,001 views in less than a month. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please keep going and reading my stuff. I'd really appreciate it. I'm really loving blogging. I'm loving writing and putting my thoughts down, and it just makes me so happy. Thank you so much. I'm still doing the audio blogs. I plan to do that tomorrow. So yes, Celinda's just messaged me because I sent her a video of the backpacks that I got. So basically, what's right there? So basically, I found. Go down here. So I showed you yesterday that I found this backpack in Primark. Originally, I wanted the black backpack, just the plain black backpack with Mickey ears on it, and I couldn't find it in my local Primark. I just found this one, so I was like, that's fine, I can deal with that, fine, whatever. Then I went to the big Primark on Tottenham Court Road / Oxford Street today, and I found the black one. I found it. Also, can we talk about this little clasp here? Look, you have to like turn it to match the Mickeys. How great is that? I love it. So, originally the plan was that me and Celinda were gonna have one backpack between us and we'd share. But then I found the other one, so I text Celinda being like, you can have the Minnie Mouse one and I'll have the Mickey one, and then we can share. So I'm gifting you the Minnie Mouse one, and she's just texting me back being like, I love it so much, it's the best, I will love it with my whole heart. And she started packing today. I also started packing today. I don't know if you can see my case down there. So exciting. Do I prefer blogging or vlogging? I prefer, I don't really know. I like vlogging on the go. I like vlogging when I'm on the go, and I feel like I've got more to talk about when I can show people things, when I can react to things that are happening. I much prefer like your classic style vlogging where I take you with me on a day out. I much prefer that style vlogging, because otherwise I feel like when it comes to editing, it's so boring watching my own face just blab on and on and on and on. I get bored of myself. So I like your typical style vlogging where I take you with me. But I love blogging so much. I just love sitting down, thinking about what I'm going to say, like exercising that creativity in such a different way. Yeah, I just love it. I love blogging. I love them both, but in very different ways. And I feel like with blogging, I feel much more anonymous. I'm not anonymous because obviously everyone knows that it's me who's writing it, and it goes out in a blog that's literally carriehopefletcher.com. But it feels less performative. I feel less like I'm jazz handing and being like, look at me, look at me, look at me. I feel like it's much more calm and quiet and a very introverted way of being creative. I am very happy this year. I'm very happy this year. I wasn't just saying that out of nowhere. Thank you, Rebecca Beckery. I'm not just saying that out of nowhere. Someone just said, you seem so happy this year. And I am so happy this year. I feel like I've exorcised the negative people who made me miserable from my life. They are gone. I did a little bit of cleaning in that sense this year. And I've gained some incredible people within the last year who have stayed with me since the Addams Family tour finished, like Scott and Oliver. And I've got Molly as well, Molly Melia Redgrave, who's just one of the best people on the planet. She's like stayed with me through like since Chitty. Alex Banks is like one of my fierce friends who stayed with me from like the Les Mis years, and Emma Kingston. I've got some incredible people, and then there's like Louise Pentland and Louise Jones, my Louises. And Emma Blackery, of course. I've got like this amazing group of friends who will just make me very, very happy, and who I want to see do well, and they want to see me do well, and it's almost like we're trying to outdo each other at being supportive, and that's just an amazing feeling. I love that, and I feel like I'm embracing saying no a lot more. I'm embracing, I don't know how to phrase this without it coming out wrong. I don't know. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to phrase this. I feel like I've always been very introverted. Yeah, I feel like I've always been quite introverted and quite happy just to be on my own, or have time to myself and put things out into the world without necessarily getting attention. Like, of course I like the recognition for my work, but it's about having the attention. I don't like having the attention. There's no other way to say that. I don't like having the attention. And I feel like I used to think that wasn't okay, or that was wrong, because if you have a job in the public eye, or if you're an actress where you get attention when you're on stage, you can't then say that you don't want attention off stage. You're not allowed to do that. I used to think that I had to say yes to everything and everyone, and I used to try and be more showy, try and be okay with that kind of attention, and I'm just not. And I think in the last year I've just embraced that and gone, do you know what, I just don't like it, and that's okay. I'm okay. It's okay to not enjoy that attention and still be an actress and still have the job that you have and still be in the public eye. And you don't have to embrace that if you don't want to, if you don't like it. And I feel like, I know I'm like 25, and you're supposed to use the phrase, she's really come into her own. Sorry, let me say that again. She's really come into her own. Usually people say that about like teenagers or 16-year-olds. But I feel like I've come into my own in the last year. I feel like I've finally sort of really figured out who I am, what I like, why I like it, what I don't like, why I don't like it. Because I feel like it's not enough to just like or dislike something. You sort of have to have a reason, or at least know why in your own head. Not to like validate it to anyone else. You don't need to give anyone else reasons, but just for your own peace of mind. Like, I feel like if I like or dislike something, I always have to ask myself, but why don't I like it? What is my reason? Is it valid? If it isn't, maybe I need to give it another try. That kind of thing. So yeah, I feel like I've just figured a lot out, I guess, in the last year. Yeah. I talked for a long time then, sorry. But I guess I'm the only one talking, so if I don't talk, it's just awkward silence. And yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like, I keep saying I feel like, but I feel like I've become better at figuring people out. I've become better at just like holding my hands up and going, no, don't do that. No more of that. Goodbye. I have grown as a human. That's how I feel. Because I feel like I'm a very trusting person, and I like that I'm a very trusting person, but I think I've grown to learn very quickly if the person is trustworthy. And I mean, I like, when it comes to boys, I have become, I've become very good at just being like, you're treating me badly, and that's not okay, and I'm not standing for it. And either you can just say, I'm a moany bitch, and walk away, or you can recognise that you did something wrong and work at it, and we can fix this, and you can try again. Obviously, it works the same way as well. Like, if a guy turned around to me and said, you're treating me badly, you can either walk away and claim that it's my fault, or you can try again. And I'm the sort of person that will always try again if I like the person enough. But yeah. Yeah, I just, I feel I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place in every aspect of my life, which is nice. Yeah, I thank you very much, Amanda, for saying, you said, I love how real you are, or lost it. I can tell you aren't perfect and you keep growing all the time. I just feel like the internet these days doesn't allow people to grow. Because it's like you take snapshots along the way. You keep, that just looks like I'm grabbing someone's boobs, I'm really sorry. You take snapshots along the way, and people can pull up a snapshot from when you tweeted something when you were like 17 and hold you accountable for that now, even though we all say and do stupid stuff when we're 17s. 17s? 17s is what I just said. We all say stupid stuff when we're 17. And I feel like the issue doesn't lie in when someone says something stupid when they're 17. That's not the issue. The issue is when you show the older person, say I said something stupid when I was 17. I'm 25 now. Say I tweeted something ridiculous when I was 17, whether it was like, I don't know, racist, homophobic. If I tweeted something like that when I was 17, the issue doesn't lie in the fact I said it when I was 17. The issue would lie in if you showed it to me now as a 25-year-old and I went, yeah, and? That's where the issue would lie, because it shows that I haven't learned, I haven't grown up, I still am that same person. I am still racist, homophobic, or whatever. But if you showed it to me now, and I went, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. I am so sorry. That was an awful thing to say, and of course I would never say anything like that now. All should be right with the world again. Because it shows that that person has learnt and grown up, and they are no longer that 17-year-old. But the internet doesn't work like that. We hold the 25-year-old accountable for the idiot 17-year-old they were. And there's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. Even if that 25-year-old knows better now and has learnt better now and would never say anything like that now that they're older, that's not good enough, apparently, according to the internet now. And it's happened to so many people. And I'm waiting for someone to be like, are you scared of that happening to you? I'm not scared of that happening to me, because I know how I feel about that. Like you just said, everyone should be allowed to make mistakes. And the internet, with the internet, it means that we are making our mistakes publicly and they're being archived and they're going to haunt us and hunt us down. And so there's just, if I turned around and said, yeah, I still agree with my 17-year-old idiot self, then I feel like that's where the issue is. That's when you have every right to say, you're an idiot, and no. But if I turned around and said, I can't believe I said that, I'm so sorry, I would never dream of saying anything like that now, I'm sorry, I didn't know that back then, all should be right with the world again. All should be right with the world again. So yeah. Yeah, the internet holds grudges very well. Still a bit ill, sorry. That's sweet, thank you, Lauren. Lauren said, you are shining light in the bay of stupidity that is the internet. Do I miss being a teen? No, I don't think so. I miss aspects of being a teen. I miss school. I loved school. I loved the school that I went to. It was an amazing school. And I miss being in a position where I was learning every day. And I miss the library at my old school. I miss aspects of being a teenager, but I much prefer being the adult that I am now. I went to an incredible school called Northwood College. It was a private school that I wouldn't have been able to afford to go to had my very, very kind and generous brother not used his earnings from being in a band called McFly to send me there. It was an incredible school, and because I knew how lucky I was to be there, I sort of took advantage of everything. Like, school finished at 4:00, but I would be there until like 6, doing every extracurricular activity under the planet. On the planet. I meant to say under the sun, and I said under the sun / on the planet, and I said under the planet. It's not what I meant. I did hockey, rounders, tennis, netball, drama, art, music. This was all like after school. I did every school play, every lower and upper school play. I did every concert. I did it all. Did you ever struggle with thinking you weren't developing as fast as others, e.g. first kiss, first job, etc.? I always have. I think everyone has that. Everyone likes to compare ourselves to other people. But I think you've just got to remember that other people's achievements don't take away from yours. And everyone moves at completely different paces. I'm trying to think of like all of my firsts and when all of my firsts were. I had my first like proper boyfriend when I was about 14. I think I did everything really. I think I did everything quite fast. If I'm totally honest, I think I did everything quite quickly because, number one, I was in such a rush, especially when it comes to boys. I was in such a rush to just have my first kiss, have my boyfriend, have my first boyfriend, have sex for the first time. I was in a rush to sort of catch up with my friends or to be the first one to do it. But I feel like when it comes to jobs and careers and things like that, I don't feel like I was ever in a rush, but I feel like I just knew very early on, like I've known since I was like 7, that I wanted to be an actress. And nothing could have stopped me. Nothing could have stopped me. There is nothing on this earth that could have stopped me from being an actress. Someone just said I'm 16 and I've never had a relationship. 16? Right. You're going to hate me for saying this right now, and I don't want to sound patronising, but 16 is so young. Like, if I think back to when I was 16, I know I thought I knew everything. That's why I wrote a book about it. I wrote a book entitled All I Know Now, because it's everything I know now compared to when I was 16 and I thought I knew everything. I thought I was an adult at 16, and there was absolutely no way you could have convinced me otherwise. Absolutely no way you could have convinced me otherwise, that I didn't already know everything and I didn't know what was good for me. And now that I'm 25 and I look back, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I knew nothing. I knew nothing. Nothing. I literally knew nothing. And I know that when I'm 35, in 10 years' time, I'm going to look back at me now. I'm going to be like, oh my God, Fletcher, what are you doing? You knew nothing, you knew nothing, you knew nothing. But now I'm 25, I'm sat here thinking that I know everything. Not that I know everything, but you know what I mean? I'm sat here thinking like, oh yeah, when I was 16, I knew nothing. But now I'm 25 and I'm so much wiser. But I know that when I'm 35, I'm going to look back and be like, 25-year-old Carrie was a knob. So this kind of loops back to that question that I got asked about, do I feel grown up? Do I feel like an adult? No, I'm never going to feel like an adult, because I'm always going to feel like I'm faking it. I'm always going to feel like I'm like muddling through. I'm always going to feel like I don't really know what I'm doing, and this can't be how all adults feel. But if you ask everyone who's my age, who's older than me, if you ask my parents are going to be like, yeah, we're totally winging it. I think everyone's parents would, well, those parents might want you to, they know everything, but they don't. Trust me, they don't. We're all the same. We're all just kids who have gotten taller, who are still that we're still playing dress up. We're still playing make believe. So yeah, don't compare yourself to others, because you're not others. You're not others. Can you tell us about some of your firsts? At 16, had you kissed someone? I had. I think I kissed quite a few people when I was 16. Right. So I had my first kiss when I was like 10. It was with a boy called Daniel DeHaan. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Like my first proper kiss, like my first like kiss with tongues, was when I was like 10. And I remember there was like this massive hedge that, like this really, really tall hedge that was against one of the walls in our playground. And I remember we went, there was like a gap between the hedge and the wall. And I remember it was like the last day of term and I was leaving. I wasn't going to year 7. I left in year 6 and then went to year 7 at Northall College. And yeah, we made a plan to sneak between the wall and the bush and have our first kiss together. And I don't remember it being awkward. I remember being putting on a real brave, I know what I'm doing, very, I don't know, very Brenda Payne about it. I know I don't regret it. I was 10. I was stupid. It was quite sweet, really. There's no should I about it. Should I have kissed a boy yet? There's no should about it. No one should have done anything. It's all up to you. It's all how you feel. It's all if you're ready. It's all if the situation's right. There's no one does anything at that. There's no right time to do anything. Honestly, there's no right time to do anything. Or yeah, all at your own pace. No, I think I mean, I was 10. My first kiss was very young. So I think most people in the playground were still in that ugh, boys is gross and girls have got nits or whatever. I think most of our friends were still in that place. But I think we just really liked each other. I don't really remember. Um, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received? Don't set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. I I'm terrible for doing that. I'm terrible for doing that. Like, if I find someone that I like or that I love, whether that's romantic, platonic, like a friend, if I find someone who I think is amazing, I will do anything for them. I just want them to be happy. And I'll go overboard. I'll go overboard. And I then realize down the line that I'm like, oh, you don't feel the same way about me. Again, whether that's a friend or whether it's romantic, it doesn't matter. I'll suddenly realize, like, oh, I've just spent all of this time and effort, and in some cases money, trying to make you happy and trying to keep you safe and warm and loved, and make sure that you don't ever feel unwanted. And you just won't do that for me. You just won't. That's not. You don't feel the same way about me. So this is over. Battles worth winning are hardest fought. That's a really good one. I like that. Best advice you received while playing Wednesday? Wednesday's got a great lyric. She sings, "Get on board or simply move along." And I think that's great. When it comes, well, like when you're talking about personality and who you are, yeah, get on board or move along. I'm missing in Crazier Than You so badly. Thank you, Danielle Mers. I'm picking up this tea and there's nothing in it. When in doubt, don't freak out. I always go for when in doubt, act it out. I always say that if my voice is going or if my voice feels tired, I always say when in doubt, act it out. Which means just act the song more so that people won't listen to your husky, croaky voice. When you're down, eat a brownie. That's so good. I love that. That reminds me of that joke. Where are your armies? No, wait. Yeah, where are your armies? At the end of your sleeveys. That's one of my favourite jokes. I think I've got to a bit of a delirious point in the evening. How do you wash it? You just put it in the washing machine. Someone said they've got this cardigan and they don't know how to wash it. There should be a label here somewhere. The label says, wash with similar colours, reshape whilst damp, dry flat. That's how you wash it. Right, I'm going to be here for 5 more minutes and then I'm going to go. What are your favourite movie musicals? I am going to be honest. I love the High School Musical series. I love High School Musical. I love La La Land. I rewatched that the other day because Oliver hadn't seen it. And I sang the audition. Sorry, I'm burping. I sang the audition at my concert and he didn't know. And I was like, I'm singing a song from La La Land. And he was like, which one? And I was like, the audition. And I sang a bit and he was like, that's from La La Land? And I was like, right, sit down. And I made him watch it. I didn't actually ask him if he liked it. I'm going to text him now. What did you think of La La Land, by the way? I keep calling it La La Land because that makes me laugh. La La Land. Or La La Land. Have you seen La La Land? What's your favourite song from Greatest Showman? I love From Now On. Really cool thing. So I'm about to, this is a big clang. A clang is when you like, is that a thing that people know or is that a real theatre thing? Like when you name drop someone, people go clang. Is that a thing? Yeah? Okay, that's a thing. Or is it a theatre thing? Oh no, I don't know. Okay, most of you haven't heard of it. Basically, I'm about to clang. The director of Greatest Showman, Michael Gracie, because he got involved with the musical that me and my brother wrote when I was like 16, way before Greatest Showman was made into a movie, obviously. And he emailed me the other day. I'm about to find it. He emailed me the other day, making sure you can't see any details. He emailed me the other day to say congratulations, I've been listening to it on repeat. And it was my album, which is really cool. And I've just had a text from Oliver to say that he liked La La Land. Yes. I liked it. Good choice of film. Yes. Yes, Master Gracie. I always think that as well. I always think that he's Master Gracie. For those of you that don't know, Master Gracie is the owner of the Haunted Mansion, as in, like, in the fictional story. Yeah. Two more minutes and then I'm going to go. I'm pretty sure Oliver's seen High School Musical. Sorry, I'm just texting Oliver back. I have seen Camp Rock. I went to the premiere of Camp Rock when I was like 14, 15. I think it might have been the first premiere I ever went to. My brother took me. And I met Demi Lovato. I met the Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato that night. And I don't think I got pictures. Why are you guys so keen to spam tweet people? Okay, one more question and then I'm going. Yeah, it was definitely in the years before selfies. I did go to an all-girls school, yes. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was an incredible school. Right. I'm going to go because I have a blog to write for today. Goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It has been a pleasure, as always, and I shall see you very, very soon. Mwah.